The government and the Fed are trying to control our behavior. I started thinking about the Fed raising rates again to control inflation and the impact that it has on all of us. Inflation sucks, and it's also true that the cure for inflation sucks. With demand pull inflation, it essentially means we're spending too much money too fast for supply to keep up, so the Fed has to modify our behavior so that we spend less and cool off the economy. So I did some research, and here's what I learned. If you were given the task of influencing 332 million people, how would you do that? Crime and punishment is one way, jail time for bad deeds. Another powerful, pervasive way to control behavior is through taxes. Consider the sin tax. If you want people to stop smoking, you could ban it in public places, launch a campaign on the health risks, or just tax the hell out of cigarettes. In 1980, 32% of the American population smoked. In 2022, between 10 and 14% do. Clearly, something is working. What if you want to increase the birth rate? Tax deductions for children might do the trick. What if you want people to spend less money? You make it so expensive for them to do that they change their behavior by spending less. I know that the Fed raising rates is not a tax, but for all intents and purposes, it acts like a tax. And frankly, we the people respond to it like a tax. I'm sure you've heard about cooling inflation with a soft landing. The trick of the soft landing is this. The Fed adjusts the rates, people respond, then the Fed measures the effects of those changes. It's a bit like dieting. You change your eating habits, then you wait to see the results of your new habits on the scale next week, then adjust accordingly. Same thing with Fed rates. Too much too fast, the economy crashes. Too little too late, inflation goes on forever. It's the delay in response where the greatest risk lives.
Of course, we don't really know exactly where that is. We have a sense.
Here's some of what a rate hike means to you and me. Number one, more expensive home mortgages. Home mortgages are not tied to the Fed rates. They are fixed and they're tied to the Treasury yields in the economy, but Fed rates make borrowing for banks overnight more expensive, and ultimately it trickles down to the consumer. Mortgage interest rates have gone from 3% to 7% within just a few months and has essentially killed the housing market. I don't mean dead, but surely severely wounded. The hike in interest rates has the same impact as a 35% increase in home prices. Home sales are at their lowest point in nearly a decade, so there's a lot less money spending going on in housing. Number two, higher interest on credit cards. The interest on credit cards follows the prime rate, which in turn follows the Fed rate. So if you carry a balance on your card, your payments are going up fast. Chances are great there will be less splurging on non-essentials like in the past. So there is less money being spent there as well. Number three, higher interest on auto loans. Although car loans are fixed, cars are flat out more expensive these days, so higher payments are a given. Add to that new car loans are at 11-year high, and you've got some serious expenditures ahead. You can bet there's fewer cars being sold. Number four, higher interest rates on student loans. This is a bit of a hot topic these days. Although the Congress sets the rate for federal student loans each May based on the 10-year Treasury rate, it's up to near 5% from 2.75% in 2021. Number five, better returns on interest-bearing savings accounts. This is an upside. Interest rates on interest-bearing accounts, those are up. Again, while there's no direct connection to the Fed funds rate on deposit rates, they tend to be correlated to the target rate the Feds think will be the final resting spot for their number. So if you have money stashed away, you're doing a little better than before. But oh wait, if inflation is at 8% and you're now earning 4%, you're still losing 4%. That's not fun. So the Fed's goal is to get you and I to spend less money than before. Do they have your attention now? If you like this video, tell a friend, give it a like to help me spread the word, and subscribe so you know when the next one drops. As always, I appreciate you and your time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.